Right, my partner has just stormed out of here. It's gone 2 a.m. He's taking the piss, basically. All because a very nice lady in Wales who's been watching me. I've just left several voice messages for Darren's father. I haven't seen his parents since the start of this relationship. He's the one who encouraged my faith in Yahweh. And you know what? There's no point. What's the point of praying? What's the point of praying when he's knowingly done? He's kind of admitted to me something. But I don't want to... I'm trying to get him to say to me... He said anyone is capable. When I was talking about Andy Camfield, the Lansdowne hotel manager, the whole reason why he came here was to keep me safe because of this nutter who threatened to punch me in the face. Now it's 2 a.m. He's stormed out of here, all because I said that the nice lady in Wales who's been watching me, and thank you very much, that she affirmed me when she said that as nice as my partner might be, it's not acceptable behaviour to leave me to sleep rough. It's not acceptable behaviour to keep me away from his family, which is what I've been saying. He's just... I don't want to believe it. I don't want to. I'll be honest with you. I want to believe the fluffy... If they are lies, I want to believe the fluffy lies because I can't cope with the truth. People have been saying to me, I think Darren's been abusing you. It's like my sister's sex change. This evening I've had a woman crying for me, a girl from Warming Up the Homeless who's been crying for me. And I said, you're human. So he's just stormed out of here, pretending to keep me safe because he doesn't like the fact that a woman has said that him leaving me to sleep rough and keeping me away from his family is unacceptable behaviour. And he said, do you really want to fire all of this off at me? I said, fire what off at you? I was actually quite calm because obviously they all want a reaction, don't they? If he doesn't want to be labelled one of these crazy, nutty narcissists, but he hasn't done anything about the police that beat me out of my flat as a response to my father's death. I haven't seen his parents. He screamed at me down the phone when I was at Whitley Road, screaming at me to have him prosecuted because I wanted his parents to know about my YouTube channel so that they could see what was happening to me. Because all this abuse, and I've just been saying to him, do you want me to end up brain damaged like my sister? Is that what you want? I've missed an appointment for a scan at the hospital. I've been losing blood. I've got dealing with these nutcases, these criminals, and he's just stormed out of here. He can't even be a man about this because he's 55, right? I'm sorry, but I'm not Superwoman. I had to be Superwoman when my mother was dying of cancer, and people said to me, you can't be Superwoman, but I had to be. Now I've lost my father. Now I don't know how he died, because I was beaten by these thugs out of my SDR flat. And he doesn't like the fact that a woman... I never wanted a YouTube channel. I've been a victim of all this corruption. And he's telling his father that this was happening before I was with him. No, it wasn't. None of us were being arrested. We weren't being arrested. I've never been arrested in my entire life. And yet, since I've been with Darren, I can't count the number of times I've been arrested. But they're all responsible for themselves. That's the difference. They're responsible for their evil, but I can't do this anymore. I don't even want to go on anymore. I don't even want to go on anymore. I've got bottles of alcohol on the floor. I've got bottles of poison. Dealing with these nutters. My partner Darren, my partner, told me to be friendly with this nutter that has threatened to punch me in the face today. He stays here to keep me safe. Then when I say to him that a lovely lady who watches my YouTube all the way in Wales has said what's unacceptable, and he doesn't like it. And he storms out of here. He's just literally stormed out of here at 2 a.m. He wants me to scream and shout and get upset. Just like these nutters. So it will give them the reaction that they're looking for. But he's not getting it. But I'm telling you now, I have just had a massive argument with him in the Lansdowne Hotel before coming here, because I've said to him, you and your family should be going down to the MP office if you care about me, if you love me, if you are a man of Yahweh. Because he's always preaching the Bible to me. He's always preaching scripture, always getting me to pray. I've never prayed so hard in my life since I've been with him. I was never able to quote scriptures before I was with Darren. I never took an interest. But isn't it interesting that ever since I've given my life to praying and praying and praying, I've been losing blood, which I didn't realise. I thought I was partially anemic, and I'm being told I need a blood transfusion, and he's just stormed out of here. And I was having a massive argument with him because he was saying, you don't want them to go into your room and take your stuff. I said, then you need to stand up to these idiots. Why is John, the director of Lilybank Homes, hanging up on my partner and ignoring me? And nobody's doing a bloody blind thing about this. District Judge Harper told me after telling me that had I had the committal papers on the 8th of August that he would have put this demented landlady in prison. He then turns to me and tells me to go to the local MP because they should have illegal evictions officers. And Monique Prescott, who placed me here, said they don't have them. So the council aren't doing what the law courts are telling them to do. Darren's storming out of here. That nutcase next door threatened to punch me in the face, sticking papers up, telling me I can't wash up when the foreign lady downstairs is using the washing machine and whatever else. Telling me I can't wash up when she's smoking in her room, and she's got a black eye, and she didn't have a walking stick when she threatened to punch me. I'm telling you now, I cannot, and I've said it again and again and again and again, I cannot do this anymore. Darren is telling me that he needs to grow a pair, because these kindergarten idiots that are doing this to me, and this director John that has previously locked me out of Ceylon Place, when my bank rang him to tell him to let me back into the house, because as Darren has gone out of his way to tell me what to text this idiot, the licence doesn't preclude a charge, such as a service charge, being made payable in exchange for the provision of temporary emergency accommodation, as is evident from at least one other current licensee occupying this shared facility. Whether the charge has been notified or not at this stage, this defines the licence as contractual and therefore grants the licensee protected occupation, requires the minimum notice of 1 month, the statutory notice, the minimum of 1 month. And I have been here well over 1 month. In fact, I have been here about 6 weeks or 7 weeks now, I think, because I moved in on the 18th of August. It's now the 15th of August, and it's now the 27th of September. I missed an appointment for a scan at the hospital due to losing blood, and I met my brain-damaged, crippled sister that same day. And I've just had a girl crying for me at Warming Up the Homeless this evening. Trudy's away on holiday. That's what they're telling me anyway. And that's why she hasn't responded to me. She hasn't just blocked me. So why hasn't she responded to my distress? Why I gave the idiot downstairs, Natalie, these two that wanted to help me, her number. These agencies haven't contacted me. The council aren't doing what the law is telling them to do. They're not doing what the judge is telling them to do. The solicitor doesn't seem to want to know. And I'll be quite frank with you. It's Darren I can't cope with. It's Darren's emotional manipulation. It's not even these criminals. It's my partner. I've had enough. I don't want to go on anymore. He can storm out of here where's the compassion for my sister? I don't even know how my father died. I actually just don't want to go on anymore. I just don't want to. I was just saying to him that the lady, the lovely lady that's giving me moral support in Wales is she's just affirming what I already feel, and he doesn't like that. So he stormed out of here. So much for keeping me safe. He did the same with the convicted criminals that were mentioned in the BBC News, Sherelle Clark and all these other nutters. The one on a tag that threatened to beat me senseless. I've played them that recording from my dictaphone this evening at Warming Up the Homeless. What is the point? I've been praying and praying and praying, and I don't even know what I'm praying for. Because if he's not going to be a man, I can't be Superwoman. I'm losing blood. I'm struggling to sleep. I'm having nightmares. I said to him, I am showing signs, classic signs of a victim of narcissistic abuse, which has been going on, funnily enough, ever since I've been with my partner. But those individuals, those other perps, those perps are responsible for themselves, and no one's doing anything. So regardless of my partner, I've been a victim of horrific corruption, regardless of what my partner is or is not doing. But it's unacceptable behaviour for him to storm out of here when he has come here to keep me safe. Because a classic sign of a victim of narcissistic abuse is constant confusion, gaslighting. He was stood outside that woman's room, and I said, why did you want me to speak to these women? Why? They're nutters. Look, don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me that they're asking you if you're schizophrenic. Well, why are these nutters following me everywhere? Okay, so I understand he's not responsible for them. But what's the point of him coming here to keep me safe, only to storm out of the door? What's the point? I was going to get a refund for the alcohol, the poison, that I was going to take up to Beachy Head with me to top myself. And I don't want to get a refund because I feel I need that get out. Because I have had enough. I've had non-stop. They will not leave me alone. They're not doing what the law is telling them to do. This idiot John, who can't even tell me where the recycling and the rubbish goes. Councillor Josh Burundi, OBE. These idiots, these councillors. I self-funded the Cavendish Hotel for 9 months. I had a room at Belmore Road. But they were too busy protecting criminals. I can't do this anymore. I said to Darren at the hotel, I am done. It's over. It's finished. Your parents can come down. His parents are a little bit younger than this 85-year-old matron that's facing prison. I'm sure if they cared about me, they would go to the MP office. Why are they not going to Josh Burundi, OBE? who's ignoring my emails, ignoring what the law courts are telling them. Has it got to take for me to kill myself, to make even just to make a point? But it's not even to make a point. I keep saying, I have had enough. I have had enough. Enough. I've had enough of idiots. I've had enough of corruption. I've had enough of abuse. I am trying to stay strong for my sister who is brain damaged, who's got an aneurysm due to migraines, due to the loss of my mother. And he stormed out of here. His parents haven't. There's no how is she. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I've been trying to stay strong for myself and for my sister. And I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. So if there's anyone out there that does care, and I know I'm that lovely lady in Wales, no, you were just affirming me. You were affirming how I already feel, because I need another woman's opinion on this, because that nutter that's threatened to punch me in the face said I need to give my partner. Do you think maybe you're being a bit paranoid about your partner? And she and this idiot downstairs that have exploited. I've had enough of them. But I'm glad that you have been watching me, because I needed someone to see this. I can't do it. The pain is going to hit me. And that's it. It's bye-bye, Bryony. Do you know what I mean? This world needs me very, very badly. He needs me. This world, they need me. Not for narcissistic supply. They've used, abused, exploited me. And that's it. I am a broken woman. I've got no one to turn to. This is going to hit me. And when it hits me, it's all game over. It's game over. So, it's over. It's just over. I've just been saying I can't do this anymore. That's it. Classic signs of narcissistic abuse. I've been abused. If what Darren was saying, he was basically saying that anyone's capable of doing evil. No, they're not. No, they're not. This Andy Camfield was apparently a nice man who took advantage of his girlfriend and is serving 7 years. I said, Darren, no. No. Good people do not suddenly decide to do something evil. It's a choice. I said, are you trying to tell me something? That's when I said what this lady said to me. And he said, that's it. So are you having a go at me? I said, you left me to sleep rough. You kept me away from your family. Where's the guilt? The guilt has suddenly turned into anger. So I stayed calm because I think he wants me to scream and loot. I don't know. But to be honest with you, I don't want to go on anymore. Let him suffer. Let them suffer. That's it. I don't want to. They need me. This world needs me. I can't. I wasn't made for this. I have forced myself to keep going. You see my Facebook page. You see what the thugs did to me. This was a response to my father's death. I love my sisters, but I had to keep away from them for my sanity because of the narcissistic abuse from them. And I will always, always love my middle sister, but I can't do this anymore. I really, really can't. You can pray, but you can pray to Yahweh. You can do what Darren has been telling me to do, but he's the one. He's the one who's letting me down. No, I can't do it. I just can't do it. That's it. I just keep repeating myself. It's it. It's game over. I just want to be gone from here. I want it over with. I want to end this. It's not worth staying alive. No amount of money, not for all the money, tea in China, seeing this woman put in prison, because there are a whole load of others who should be in prison, and I just don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. I can't. I just can't do it anymore. It's really quite simple. It's quite simple. The MP won't even. He didn't respond to me on the 15th of March, the day before my 40th birthday, when I was self-funding the Cavendish Hotel for 9 months for my safety, and they were protecting criminals. Then there's no point, because that's what they do. I wanted to let Paul Thorpe know my story. I wanted to go up to London, but I'm not Superwoman. I've done as much as I can. And if my partner is just storming away from me, running away from me, he did it when he went to the Samaritans. He stormed off. I need a man. I need a man. I need a man to love me. I can't keep speaking up for him. I can't do this. I just want to be dead and gone. I want to be gone from here. I've had enough.